What is the current council doing right? What is it doing wrong? And how would you like to change that if elected?
Well, first off, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to speak to the Tahoe Daily Tribune. I think this is a great opportunity for myself, and kind of diving right in, what is the City Council doing right? I think you could look at a lot of the improvements that are going on here in town that City Council has had a hand in, be it the Harrison Avenue project, which is right outside your offices here, moving forward with the Linear Park, also the Bonanza Park as well. So we're seeing some improvements here in our town and our community. But I look at that as this is happening, but not too many know about not too many people know about what is actually happening. So I think something that the city is doing wrong is just civic engagement. And apathy is a term that gets thrown around a lot. Or, oh, people don't vote, or oh, they're not engaged. But why aren't they engaged is what I really want to know. Is it a bottom-up problem, or is it a top-down problem? And I like to think that it's a top-down problem, meaning people don't feel like they have an opportunity to be engaged. Something I would like to see if I become part of City Council is more town hall meetings away from the airport, more towards the center of town, utilize either city property or other property as well to hold town hall meetings. Possibly also see if we can do city council meetings not at 9 a.m. at the airport. You look at, there's no actual public transportation to get out to the airport for people to actually show up and voice their opinions. That to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So there's a lot of barriers to actually being engaged. I also like to bring up the Parks and Rec, Master Development Plan. The draft just came out. There's going to be a meeting tomorrow at 7 p.m., which I think is amazing. It's just right across the street here on Rufus Allen. But that report is about 100 pages long, and so can we get a little bit of information to distill all of this down into an 8.5 by 11, something that everybody can see and say, we need this much money to build these bike trails, we need this much money to build more sports and recreation complexes, this money that we're going to get from these sources will be funneled into here. Simple infographics, simple things that hopefully we can do to get the community more engaged and encourage them to be more engaged through, like I said, the infographics, new meeting spaces, and possibly even a better social media campaign as well.
What state do you believe the city of South Lake Tahoe is in now as a whole, and how do you think outsiders perceive the city? How would your presence on the council impact this?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think the city is on an upturn. I think the city is on an uptick, really, of all the recent redevelopments that we've seen. But the outside perception of South Lake Tahoe, I think, is still that it's a rundown, dowdy, has-been community. There was recently something on Teton Gravity Research kind of bagging on South Lake Tahoe, and a lot of Tahoe locals kind of reached out. Joanne Connor, Nancy Carey, Megan Murray, a bunch of people were on there saying, no, you've got it all wrong. Look at all these improvements there. So I think actively having somebody on city council that can go to all these different sources and try to swell some of those rumors or some of that misperceptions of our town is really huge. And somebody who loves to talk to people, loves to engage, to find common ground and similarity with people, I look forward to doing that. I look forward to being that person that can bang the drum and say, hey, South Lake Tahoe is on the rebound. We have a chance here to become a world-class mountain town and mountain community, and I would love to be a part of that change and hopefully be a voice of that change and an agent of that change.